In today's video, we're checking out the time delay from Crazy Tube Circuits. This is a digital delay, but it's not your typical digital delay. It has a bit of an analog vibe, meaning the repeats coming back aren't perfect, and I really dig it. This offers a lot of different tones and flexibility, which we'll talk about in the specs section. But just know, 6 months prior to shooting this video, I've been using this on every single guitar video on the channel shot in this room. It's been living on my Marshall amp, and it's quickly become my favorite digital delay. A massive thank you to Crazy Tube Circuits for sending this out. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about it, links will be below. Here we go. Let's take a look at the pedal up close. So we get three main controls across the top. Mix, which sets how much of the pedal you're going to hear in your signal. The further you turn it up this way, the more delay you're going to hear. We also get a feedback control, which controls how many repeats we get. With it down this way, we get less, and with it up this way, we get more. We also get a speed control over here. It's not called speed, but that's what it does. Or we can use this tap tempo button down here to set the tap tempo speed, which is great if you're playing live. It means you don't have to mess around with a pot on the pedal. We get two other controls down here. We get a modulation control, which brings in a modulation effect over the repeats. We also get a tone control here, which can modify the amount of top end. We also get a time signature control in the center of the pedal. So it's a three-way toggle switch. In the middle, it's quarter notes. We get eighth notes in the up position and triplets in the down position. On this side of the pedal, we get a bypass button, which turns the effect on and off. These buttons are nice and soft. We get a top-loaded design, which means it's very pedal board friendly. It will fit right next to another pedal without any issues, thanks to these jacks being at the top. And it can run on either 9 volt up to 12 volt DC power supplies. The delay time can be adjusted anywhere between 130 and 720 milliseconds. All right, let's get into it. In today's video, I'm playing my Fender Stratocaster going into the front end of my Marshall DSL 40CR amp. The time delay is going through the effects loop. This is with the pedal currently off on neck pickup. So let's start by showing you the time signatures that are located thanks to this toggle switch. In the center position are quarter notes, and you'll love the sound of this. I've also got the modulation down, so it's not affecting the tone whatsoever. up position, we're over to eighth notes. Very, very musical. And now over to triplets in the down position. This is a very different sound. Up next, I'm going to show you how you can set the speed on the pedal. You can do this one of two ways, either by using the tap tempo switch over here or the millisecond speed time over here. This is set up a little too fast right now, just to show you how you can do it. There it is. Now we want to slow it down, we can just do this. Let's try it now. Now if that's too slow, you can just speed it up. Or you can use this control here, speed it up this way. Notice the light is blinking faster if I turn it to the left, and it will blink slower if I turn this to the right. There you go. Let's check out the modulation effect on the pedal. This is one of the cool features. This sounds great in the mix. It can sometimes sound a little bit funny on its own, but I'll showcase it right now. This is with this control all the way down, and we're on eighth notes over here. Here we go. I used a bit of this in the intro track. Let's crank it up a little more. It can sometimes get a little bit too much, so I would like to use this below 11 o'clock. And just for kicks, crank it most of the way up. It's dead silent as well, which is awesome. Beautiful. Now let's take a look at the mix control, the feedback control, and the tone control. So all of these three right here, I've got them most of the way down to start with. This is bridge pickup on my Telecaster. All right, so if we want a wetter signal, we can turn this one up. If we want more repeats, we can turn this one up. And if we want it brighter, we can also turn this one up. Here we go. Yeah, all right. Let's crank up the mix, crank up the feedback a little bit more. Let's make it brighter again. I love that imperfect delay sound. It's really, really nice. It gives it a warmer, sort of more natural vibe over that of like a sterile sort of delay sound. I really dig it. Now we're going to go with the toggle switch up and crank this one up a little bit more. Here we go. Yeah. And lastly, I want to show you my favorite setting, but I've switched it up to the ultra gain setting on the amplifier now. And this is with no more than about 3.5 repeats. This is kind of like what I would use if I was playing live. And I've got the modulation off and the toggle switches in the center position. Here we go. Yeah, about 3.5 repeats or so. Yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. A massive thank you to Crazy Tube Circuits for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. I've had this now in the room for quite some time, and anytime you've heard delay over the last 6 months or so, I don't know how long I've had it, but a long time, you've been listening to this. I love it, which is why it's the mainstay of the channel on top of my Marshall amp. It's been great. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the functionality side of this. One of the things that the Greeks do extremely well, they get great tones in the pedal, but they also make it very functional and very easy to find those tones. So I would have no hesitations recommending this in terms of noise floor, functionality, usability, and flexibility as well. It's a lot of abilities, but it really is good. You can get just about any kind of tone out of it. Being that I'm more partial to an analog delay or a darker sort of echo sound, there's only a handful of digital delay pedals I would use for my own sound, and this is one of them. I think this is one of the lowest noise floor pedals out there. The tap tempo function works. If you want to get the modulation involved, you can do that. And you can also change the brightness of the pedal as well, which I think is really cool. So I would have no hesitations recommending this. Check it out. Links will be below. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.